We're of course approaching the end of another year, and as is norm, there are awards to be given away, players to be recognized. FIFA's best players were crowned in a glittering ceremony in Qatar's Doha. Barcelona's Aitana Bonmati, who won the Women's Ballon d'Or earlier this year, was crowned the Women's FIFA Player of the Year too. But the actual drama was over in the men's category. Manchester City star and Ballon d'Or winner Rodri finished second, and it was Ballon d'Or runners-up Vinicius who ended up clinching the title by a margin of 5 points. After the controversial Ballon d'Or awards, this award that FIFA has bestowed upon Vinicius may have been the balm, but was that enough? Clearly not.
Today I write to the child who has seen so many idols lift that trophy. His time has come. Or rather, my time has come. They have tried and tried to invalidate me, to diminish me, but they are not ready.
So why this anger still? For those unaware, during the Ballon d'Or ceremony, the world, particularly Real Madrid and Vinicius, thought the Ballon d'Or trophy was going to go to the Brazilian forward. But a night before the awards, the list somehow leaked out, and it was confirmed that Vinicius in fact was not going to be awarded the Ballon d'Or. Rodri was going to take it home instead. Real Madrid and Vinicius took that to heart, and the entire club ended up boycotting the ceremony altogether. Their president even questioned the voting pattern in place.
Personally, I think the Ballon d'Or should be organized independently, and the votes should be in the hands of well-known, prestigious people with a reputation in the football world. Some didn't even include Vinicius in the top 10. Can anyone understand journalists not thinking Vinicius is one of the best in the world?
Now, I understand that the player of the most recognized club not getting the prestigious trophy is bound to irk them. But Perez here made one valid point. The person who helped Real Madrid win the La Liga title, Champions Trophy, and scored 40 goals across all competitions in one season, not even making it to the top 10 of some of the voters' lists, has to be shocking. The reason why top journalists from 100 nations vote for the Ballon d'Or awards is to avoid any personal biases that can creep in. Had Vinicius even been part of some of those top 10 lists, the Brazilian may have gotten on to clinch that title. So was this the best award? Was this award FIFA's way to cheer up Real Madrid and Vinicius? It is one of the reasons why the credibility of the Ballon d'Or voting process has been questioned in the recent past. Another reason for this disgruntlement, of course, is that the recent years have seen different winners across for both these titles. It was all pretty much same until 2019, pre-COVID era, the same Ballon d'Or winners and the same FIFA Best Player of the Year too. But post-COVID, like how the world's perspectives changed, so did the perspective of these awards. In the last 4 years, only once have we seen the Ballon d'Or and FIFA awarding the top honors to the same player, and it was a no-brainer there, World Cup year, Lionel Messi. Which raises the question, how can the best player in the same sport, in the same category, be different across two awards, recognizing the best of the year? Ballon d'Or holds a more prestigious place, yes, given it came into existence more than 50 years before FIFA awards. But that also puts more responsibility on the organizers. That makes people applaud their decisions rather than raise their eyebrows. Of course, fans of certain popular players will always be in disagreement, but never has a whole club boycotted an event and questioned the credibility of the award itself. Because the one most affected was a player who battled all sorts of adversities. Sure, he comes from a nation of champions, but currently football in Brazil is in shambles, and Vinicius' rise has been their only silver lining. All those comments that you just saw, they're really reiterating what we've been trying to say here. And what makes Vinicius Jr.'s win even more interesting is the fact that the player not only battled the adverse circumstances that football in his country was hit with, but also had the most horrid year, facing racism in Madrid. Now look, I'm not saying he should be awarded just for fighting through these challenges are a norm. I'm saying he deserved the award for being the best despite the odds that were stacked up against him, all in one season. And maybe this case of Vinicius Jr. has to make people wonder if the system of these awards need to change. What do you think?